Well, Dubai has been very good to me, family. I'm taking off right now. I'm heading to Nairobi. So here I am, Africa. I can't wait to see it. You always say, welcome to Kenya. Hey, thank you, man. I appreciate that. I'm on my way, guys. I'm on my way. I'm on my way, family. Love you guys.
I hear you breathe that healthy breath. I know it's all of you that I get. One bedroom flat, I lock the door and put that photo of her on the floor. Been here for hours, it's getting dark, and we did everything and nothing at all. And I should leave.
What's your name?
My name is Rahman.
Ah, nice to meet you. My name is Aaron Phillips. So you live in Pakistan. I mean, you're from Pakistan. How do you get to Dubai? Is it hard to come from Pakistan to Dubai, or you need?
No hard Pakistan.
It's easy.
Yeah.
Oh, that's good. That's good.
They hard.
It's easy, huh?
Yeah. The city hard Pakistan.
Yeah.
No the outside no hard.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, wow. How are you? Have you been a taxi driver for a while, or just recently, or
Yeah.
long time?
Okay.
Oh, that's fantastic. You married, kids, everything here?
Five.
5 kids?
5 kids.
Oh, that's wonderful. Boy, girl, how many?
One girl, 4 boys.
Wow, you have 4 boys?
Yes.
Wow, that's fantastic, man.
I watch you shower, so beautiful. The way the water drips on your phone. I always knew you were too good for me, and that we would never be. We share the last set cigarette. It is the least thing that I regret. Now close the door, leave you asleep. The town is empty, just like me.
Hey, what's up, brother? Red C, what's going on, man? What's happening, baby boy? Hey, what's going on? Hey, what's up, man? How you doing, man? Huh? What's up, brother? Nice to meet you, man. Nice to meet you, brother. Oh, man, you got the whole crew here. What? Got my bodyguard?
Yeah,
You got, like, hey. Thank you, man.
I had to explain.
Yeah. But I gave them some of those pins, so they were happy. Who's this guy? What's up, brother? My man. Akuma Matata.
Hakuna Matata.
Akuma Matata.
We have to.
That was in Lion King. Akuma
When you have the
Matata.
shape,
Yeah, the what?
that's Swahili.
Uh-huh.
So for the young,
The
the young people, they have their
slang, yeah.
oh, the slang. Okay, all right.
Like when you say, hey,
Hey.
say yaje, yaje,
Yaje.
that's it.
Yeah, Jay.
we have Aaron Phillips. He's in the house. He's going to give us a little bit about himself. And of course, he was also going to touch around how does it feel to work for Tesla? And how does it feel to interact with the world's most richest person in the world? And I'm talking about Elon Musk. Recently, he bought Twitter and he rebranded it to X. Oh, yeah. Aaron.
Yes.
It's nice to have you.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
You were telling me that you just landed in Nairobi last evening.
Last night. Yeah.
It's your first time to be in Africa.
First time.
How does it feel to be back home?
I'm sorry. Yeah, I love Africa. You know, I always talk about the smell of Africa. The air's just better. It is. It absolutely is.
You serious?
100%. It's 100%. So I had to take a deep breath. Amazing. No, but definitely enjoyed. Just been here one night. I can't wait. I'm gonna be here for about 6 weeks. So I'm gonna get to know Kenya.
Oh yeah.
Yes.
And this is a cradle of mankind.
Yes.
Welcome back home. Tell me things. I mean.
Yes.
You've worked for Tesla.
I did.
You've interacted with Elon Musk,
yes.
You know, at a personal level. Tell us the experience of working for Tesla.
Tesla was it was the shining jewel of my career. I mean, it was amazing. I was given the keys to the castle. They basically gave me a position that it wasn't founded. It was new. I had to bring in my own people. It was amazing. You know, one of the toughest jobs I ever had. It was the worst and best 4 years of my life.
Very well.
Working for Tesla.
Working for Tesla.
Yes.
And you're talking about, you know, first of all, having the right mindset.
Definitely.
And ready to embrace a different mind shift.
Yeah.
So how do you do that?
Yeah. You know, it's funny. I started a nonprofit in the United States. It's called DPX. So it's funny that you brought. It's a great question. But so my nonprofit, it teaches people, whoever it is, any age, that you can do anything that you want. It doesn't matter where you came from. If you grew up in the slums, it does not matter. Because the thing about life, right? Here's the thing: no one can control the way you think. You can be put in jail, locked up, but you have your thoughts. They could beat you. You still have your thoughts. If you're taught at a young age that just because you grew up in the slums and you grew up in the ghettos, that you are strong, that you're rich in knowledge. Okay, maybe you don't have the money, maybe you're not living there right, but you're going to get there. DPX for me, and I established this organization, is that I tell people, have a dream, write your dream down. Put your dream down, whatever it is. It'd be a big dream. You want to work for Elon Musk, that's what your dream is, you write that down. Then you put a plan together. You write a business plan. I'm a businessman. So you write a business plan, a personal business plan. You check all the boxes on your business plan, okay? Your whole life. So if you're a 7-year-old, you get your DPX. You write your dream down. At 7, you write I want to be a fireman. So you write that down, I want to be a fireman. And then you write down what it's going to take to become a fireman. And then here's the thing, right? You have to think about it every day. That's the key to changing the way people think about anything, or change the way they think about stuff. You have to think about what your dream, what your goals are every day. You can't wake up just because you're getting bullied, say, and I'm getting bullied, so now I'm going to forget my dream. No, I used to get bullied all the time, but in my mind, I knew I was going to be successful, so I didn't care. I knew these bullies were going to come work for me one day. I knew that. I knew that one day that they would work for me. So as a kid, growing up, having that mindset that you're going to be successful, you have that dream, you can interpret that, you can bring that in any industry that you have. I used to teach my managers DPX, concept of DPX. Write the dream down, put a plan together, that's the P, and then when it's all said and done, when you got it all done, you execute it. So the E, it's a play on execute. We put the X in there, DPX. That's it.
Whoa. And
you move it on. And I'm telling you, it's powerful. I have so many examples, even in my life, where my DPX got me to Tesla. It got me to the Department of Energy, working for the Department of Energy, for one of the largest metal recycling companies in the United States. I became CEO of the company, did some major things. But it was always this right here, right? Always this. It was always the mindset that I had.
The mindset.
The mindset.
And the mind shift.
Absolutely. The mind shift. That's better. The mind shift. Get you from thinking, just because you grow up poor doesn't mean that you have to be poor. It doesn't matter if you don't need all the Instagram and all the stuff that you see on TV, people, that flossing and everything. You see all this stuff, you want to go out and make the money and do all this stuff. That's nonsense.
Tell us, you left Tesla, took a year off to just, cool off.
Cool off.
What is the first thing you did now when you put your boots back on?
So the first thing I did was write an amazing business plan. Okay, that's the first thing. I'm dyslexic.
Are you?
I am.
Yeah.
And I've only been diagnosed dyslexic for about 6 years. My whole life I had no idea I was dyslexic. But I always had a process of how I learn things, because when you're dyslexic, it's different. It's the way you learn is completely, and the way you understand things is completely different. I started something that I didn't realize that I would call later on called DPX. It's called Dream, Plan, Execute. And basically what I would do in any situation is I'd write down whatever the problem was, or write down whatever my dream was, or whatever my goal was, and then I would put a plan together on how I was going to achieve it. And the difference between just writing a business plan and following the business plan is when you write a DPX, is what I like to call it, you think about this thing every single day. So whatever you want. So for instance, let me give you an example.
Yes.
Say you're an 8-year-old child, okay? And your teacher goes to you and says, hey, write a DPX. That means that you want to write a dream on what you want to be. Say you want to be a police officer, okay?
Yes.
Now I'm 8 years old. I say my dream is to be a police officer. Now the P part of the DPX is my plan. So now at 8, you're going to start writing down what it's going to take to be a police officer. You got to, finish primary school. You got to go to college.
Stay fit.
Stay fit. All that. You're going to write all that down. So and then you're going to set a time limit on how long it's going to take you to get there. So say it's 25 years, okay?
Yeah,
25 years. So you got 17 years. This is your DPX for 17 years. For 17 years, you're going to think about your dream every single day. Every day you wake up, because that's how you're going to achieve your dream. I did the same thing being dyslexic, but didn't realize that. My thing is I have to write things down. When people say, hey, you're going to learn Swahili, when they say, give me these words, Swahili words, I don't learn that way. Like if you were to tell me that, I would forget it. When I get off of here, out of here, I would forget it. I have to write down the word. I have to sound the word out. I have to make the word make sense to me. That's how I think. That's how my mind thinks. And luckily, I was blessed to realize that as a young child.
Right.
Because I grew up. My mother passed away when I was younger, and I grew up with a father that was always gone. So it was just me and my brother and my sister.
Right.
So I was smart enough to realize that I had a problem, but that's how I solved my problem. That's how I was able to just function in life, is to write it down, write out my goals. I'd set a plan for it. I would think about it every single day, and then I would achieve it, and I would move on. And I followed that my whole life.
Yeah.
And I actually started a nonprofit around DPX. So so when you asked, the original question was, what did I do?
Yes.
I wrote a business plan. My dream was to run my own sustainability company. I wanted to hire my family members and to build, family legacy through, through a business. That was one of my part of the plan was to make that happen. And then I said, okay, I'm going to do it within 5 years between having a successful company. So in 2018, I needed to, get to 2023. Well, luckily 2 years later came along. I was able to do that. I was able to start the business, land some nice accounts, some really nice accounts that allowed me to hire my daughter. She's my CFO, my son, my nephews. My brother works for me, So that was all part of my DPX.
Wow.
The interview was really good.
It was good?
Yeah. You did good.
Yeah, it felt good. I mean, now that I've done a million, I've done them, I'm kind of ready for everything.
Yeah.
Well, I should say ready. But he has some really good questions.
Yeah, the interview was good also.
Yeah. He allowed me to get the things I wanted to get out.
Yeah, he's experienced.
Yeah.
Yo, what's up, bro?
I'm good.
What's your name?
My name is Frank Vaza.
Yeah.
I'm a YouTuber. You can go and subscribe to my YouTube channel.
And where are you at? What is this place?
This is Kilimani. Yeah.
What's up, bro?
What's up?
Your name?
My name is Peace Boy.
What's this you're watching?
Cartoon.
Why are you watching cartoon and you're
We don't see any movie.
you're 27 years old and you're watching cartoon? Okay, guys, so we are getting into breakfast. Yeah, we're coming back just right now.